Maybe he can't think of anything? Okay, hello, what is this? What is this? Oh. This island come? How did you get out here? What did this island come from? Oh, this is pretty cool. The music is pretty cool also. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. Okay, the first two are pretty much the same. When I try to create, I feel empty. Oh no. What happened? Did something change? There's a machine that kept me going and it stopped. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. Take me to it.
If
I can do that, but there's a problem.
Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
I can do that, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a difficult puzzle. If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal? Let's go number 3. It doesn't matter what I say, does it? We're going to the end, up there, one way or another, right? Hey, I hit 3. I did not hit 1 or 2. Perfect. Come along, I'll show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Really? I mean, I do release some videos to the internet, but a lot I keep for myself. Here's the puzzle. What do you think? That's all. Well, this is easy. Oh, wonderful. Can you tell me how to do it? First you have to open the door. Okay, now what? Now you have to close the first door. Now press the switch here. Huh, that was so simple.
Talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way.
Yes.
You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
What? Okay. Okay, here we are. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. These are just words on some wall. Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say the game development is simple and joyous, and that you love it 100% of the time. Sure, making games are easy. Wait, what? This was wonderful, but it wasn't true. Why did the wall just crumble? Don't worry about it. just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. Okay, I feel energized. Whoa.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
Just never start creating, you never feel bad. These are from old games.
This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing
I'm gonna
him create.
vomit.
For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Pain breathes effortlessly of us. Any sacrifice made for me work. Oh, what's it 100% at the time?
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
That's guilt. Huh. A lamppost again. Incredible, that's it, it's me.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Okay. I was trying to... The Machine. Dun dun dun. God. Madam, glad to see you arrived safely. We captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you want. Interrogation whenever you like. I'm gonna be brutal. I tend to be brutal. Very well. To be warned, someone called the press, so they might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, about the machine, it calls itself Coda? Wait, what?
And of course, it's the machine.
Stopped. Keeping us healthy. Wait a minute. I've been so alone. I think I understand what's going on here. Coda is the machine, and Davy keeps wanting him back to the first prison where they keep arguing about what game should be playable. This should be like the playable pretty much, he said, right? I apologize for leaving me. Coda keeps taking so long to make these games. I think Davy keeps forcing him to make See, what his games before 2009 was just nothing. I apologize to people on your behalf. Was just nothing, and there was no destination, no, just really not really playable like Davey wants. So, and Davey really wanted to know this guy because of the games he was creating. Like he said, he came on too strong, and he forced Coda to make games playable, and he don't want to do it. And that's why, like with the giant door, he's say the truth, and he keeps, and he can't do it no more. Just like the last one with the wall and everything. Like he feel like he's gonna, oh, what was that? What was that? My followers. False me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. But it's not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. Find a way to, Davey, you have to find a way to live without it. You do not need its games. Let us show it that we are not failures. You don't need his games, Davey. You don't need Coda. Destroy the machine. Everything the machine created. Oh. Holy shit. Ah. See, Davey wanted him to make all these games. He even played like over the hundreds of box games, which had nothing.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games.
No.
It might get him out of isolation.
I don't think he wants to show people his games. I mean, I think
I realized that I could be the one to initiate it.
Oh no.
Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? No. If he could see the difference it would make, to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral?
I don't think it will.
Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh shit.
So I started showing Coda's work to people.
No.
I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Put down your weapon. I think this is way of Coda telling Davey, since Davey only really wanted to know him through his games, that he do not need these games, you know, to keep going. He's just forget about his games. That's what he seemed to be obsessed with. I mean, over 200 block games or more. Yep. That's what it seems to be.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do?
No.
It's the thing that I always feel like I need. To be told that my work is good. That I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something
bad.
I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
So beautifully, beautifully happy. Yeah, that's not a creepy way of saying happy.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.